God, good morning to you. Don't know if we often say that. Probably we go quickly into our list of needs, which we have. But you are our best friend, and best friends talk, and they share, and best friends have a reciprocated relationship. And God, you're our best friend. And we just want to acknowledge you for being that constant. We can't be perfect, and others are not perfect, far from perfect. We fall so many times, but you are perfect, and you are our best friend. God, I thank you for being that friend, being that constant source of support and encouragement and guidance and wisdom. Father, I thank you that these gentlemen need it. To the world, they have to be these providers and protectors, and often they have to have all of the answers. But to you, all they need to do is rely on their best friend. Talk to their best friend. It's like when you have a problem or when you're excited, like you don't want us just to come with our problems. You want us to come with our victories and our excitement. And I can kind of think of it like little boy, like having something to share with his best friend, that he just wants to get it out. And you open up the door so quickly because you're closer than his very breath. It's just like Job. I constantly go back to Job because when the enemy was attacking Job, it was like God said, have you considered my servant Job? There's none like him in the land, one who loves me and eschews or despises evil. Have you considered him? He's the rock star. And that's how you are viewed by God. If you live in the East, if you dwell in the West, if you stay in the South, or if you're at the North, there's no place, fellas, that your best friend cannot hear your voice. Isn't that amazing to think that the God that created you is your best friend, is your greatest ally, will never leave you, will never forsake you? Is that not encouragement? I hope it is encouragement. God, I thank you that this weekend you're these fellows' best friends. You want to talk to them and spend time with them and delight in them. Thank you, God, that they would realize that you're not this mean ogre sending fireballs down from heaven, that you're not like that. You are a best friend. You are a constant source of wisdom and supply of energy and peace and endurance. There's none like you, Daddy. There's none like you. How can you be so powerful and so kind and so humorous at the same time? It's incomprehensible to the human mind. That's why you put your spirit inside of us. So God, I just thank you that today you have many names. You have Jehovah Nissi, you're the banner, you are the provider, you are the source of peace. I don't know if there is a name for best friend. I'm sure there is. But you are closer than our very breath. And God, you want to be best friends to these men as they navigate probably the worst crisis they've ever seen before in their lives. But if you're our best friend, if you're their best friend, there is nothing you would not help them with. You want them to come boldly. So God, the prayer is for them to come boldly to the throne of grace, to come to their best friend, to put their needs at their best friend's feet, and their best friend who wants to supply all of their needs is coming right away, not delaying. God, I thank you that they know you as their best friend. And that if there's any fear in their heart, if there's any thoughts about not being able to make it through this period, that you would just speak your still small voice and you would speak sweetly to their very hearts, God. I don't know what to say to them, but you know exactly what to say to them. You know the intonation, you know their dialect, you know what it is. You know the language that they understand. You know these things better than anyone else, that you would speak to them, and you would speak to them in such a way that they would hear their Father's voice today, and they would understand their Father's voice. They're their best friend. It's like crazy. You have all these different roles, and you still have the energy to be their best friend. God, when the whole world fails them, you will never fail them. Let them know how much you love them today as their best friend. I have never prayed a prayer that you are my best friend, or you're someone else's best friend, or you're these gentlemen's best friend, but that's what you do. Best friends download secrets to each other. They share things that no one else would be able to understand. They have a language that they communicate with each other that's just so special. They run to each other in time of need. They go to each other when they want to share their victories and their celebrations. God, David was a man after your own heart. You and him were best friends. And I thank you, God, you have not changed. And I thank you, God, for just being these gentlemen's best friends today. And I thank you for these things in Jesus Christ's precious name. Amen.